Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Geoguessr video. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of streaking and learning. I've been trying to improve my game a little bit here and there and feel like it's a good time to spread a little bit of knowledge. I've been watching some YouTube videos, trying to retain as much information as I can, and now I'm going to release some information and knowledge. So if you guys want to improve your game and get a little bit better, this is a good video for you. This will be like 50% for beginners, 40% for like good players, and then maybe like 10% for like a professional. Maybe they'll find something like a little golden nugget, you know? So yeah, that's about it. Please leave a like, it does help out the video and the algorithm. And yeah, enjoy the video. All right, so here we go, round one. Here we go. Got some Arabic on the sign there, and we have a kind of a gray car, which you do find in UAE, and we have these UAE flags, so pretty easy UAE. These really tall mountains are going to be out in the east here. This is the only place you really find those mountains, and we actually might be, I think we're probably somewhere in this region right here, and we're up there. So pretty good score to start off the day. Round two, we have Gen 4. You know it's Gen 4 because the blue car and kind of crisper coverage. We do have what looks like winter coverage with these no leaves on the trees. It's kind of hilly, and we do have what looks like probably a holy pole. Yeah, we do have a holy pole, and it's a little bit chunkier of a holy pole. So you get those in Poland, Romania, and Hungary, and so we're either going to be in Hungary and Romania. And with these mountains and this chunky pole, and it looks like there's a little bit of paint, white paint on the pole, which you get in Romania, and it's very rare in Hungary, but we will be in Romania. Let's go right there. Pretty good. Round three might be a little bit tougher. We do have white paint on the trees, which you find mostly in more kind of in Eastern Europe. This is a really nice road. This one might take a bit. All right, if you look at this green truck, you can actually see what looks like .cz, which actually does give you the answer. I actually probably would have still gone CZ, Czech Republic, kind of with this flat farmland and a really nice road. And Czech likes to have their road lines really kind of close to the edge of the road. So we'll go about there. Pretty good. All right, round, what is this, 4? Looks like we're going to be probably in the Americas. We have a thinner plate here. All right, so we do have front plates on here, which you do find in kind of northern parts of US. And in Canada, you can find them in kind of Ontario. That's kind of where I'm thinking this is Ontario. Ontario does like to have a lot more brick homes, especially like kind of Toronto region. I would bet we're probably in Toronto somewhere. Oh, we're actually not. We're on Ontario, but we're just not in Toronto. But I do feel like the brick homes are kind of most in Ontario. All right, so far so good. Streak of 4, and we are on to round 5. We have Gen 4 again with the antenna. Looks like we have all white road lines driving on the right, so we're probably going to be in Europe somewhere. Looks like we have a .ro area code, which is Romania. Romania does have Gen 4 with the antenna. Initially did not strike me as Romania, but we have some Romanian on here. Kind of a good way I like to tell that it's Romanian is a lot of, I think the A's and the I's will have like an upside down U and V. So it's like kind of sharp, but not really, but it's above the A's and the I's. So we are going to be in Romania here. I guess we'll just go the capital. See how that goes. And it is. So for the first 5, I don't know if you learned too much from that. Those were a little bit easy rounds. You kind of had some domains in there. But here we go. Round 5, we are going to be driving on the left side of the road. And looking a little bit more UK to me than Ireland. UK does like to have more brick homes. And it's a little bit more drier than Ireland. I still have to learn a little bit more about this region here. But that's actually a pretty good plonk. That was kind of a guess. But all right, round, what are we on? 7. Round 7, we have a long antenna with a black car, mostly found in Russia. And in Russia, you're going to get a lot of these long stretches of roads that really kind of go into the abyss here. And in other countries, you usually get like a lot more turns. I guess you have a turn here, and we got a lot of this kind of open, looks like it goes on for infinity with a lot of these trees. Maybe because the road quality is not as good, I might go out a little bit more east. This one, I'm not super sure on, to be honest. I'll go Irkutsk area, and we'll see how that goes. So it was near Moscow. That makes sense. Round 8. We've got not a great road here. We do have a short antenna, so probably somewhere in Europe, I would say. We have these kind of red and white chevrons, which are in Russia. And we have these black socks, which are also in Russia. They're in Kyrgyzstan. And you can sometimes find them in other countries. I don't know where. I think I've seen them in Bulgaria a couple times. All right, so let's try this again. It just feels more eastern to me. A little bit more kind of like a wasteland. Russia, I'm not super keen on it. Okay, a little bit more of the middle of Russia. I got to work on my Russia a little bit, but that's fine. Round 9, we've got low cam. A lot of people will know it's low cam by kind of the distance you are from the road. I kind of look at the fat blur on the car, which makes much more, it's very obvious to me that it's low cam, which you'll find mostly in Switzerland and Japan, sometimes Taiwan and Sri Lanka, but this is obviously not any of those. We also have the Swiss flag. So we're going to be probably near the south of Switzerland. This is kind of where the Alps are. And kind of up north, you'll get more smaller mountains and rolling hills. And that's a pretty good plonk. Round 10. We've got double yellow lines, so probably in the Americas somewhere. Yeah, we have the sun in the north. So we're going to be in the southern hemisphere. So we're probably going to be in either Peru or Ecuador with this black car. Bolivia doesn't have the black car. So now we have to figure out if this is Peru or Argentina. And the best way you can do that is if you look at signposts, Peru will have a black and white stripe signpost, and Argentina will not. They'll have usually metal. I'm kind of surprised these are wood in Arg, but this should just be Argentina. And the mountains are kind of on the west side here. There's still some green stuff on them, so I'm gonna think we're probably out in this region right here. And we're a little bit more south, which is fine. And we got a streak of 10. Round 11. Right off the bat, looking almost Cambodian. Kind of this dirt color. I kind of feel like... Oh, okay. We do have a waffle pole. Kind of a waffle holy pole. These are not the Brazil poles. I know a lot of people might think they are, but Brazil will have a lot less indents. They'll probably have like 3. So like 1 will be down here, 2, 3. Cambodia will not. And this is just dirt color. It's not red. It's almost like a light brown with a little bit of red tint to it. Super Cambodian. You also have a kind of a slight white blur to the car. And also you'll see kind of these tips, which you'll see in Thailand and Cambodia, and a little bit in Indonesia. I think I kind of found a lot of the dry Cambodia kind of in this region right here. And there's also a mountain, which you do find mountains in this region. There's not a lot of mountains, only like kind of up here, down here, and up here. So I do kind of think we're in this region right here. So let's fully commit here. Okay, it's in the north. It's over here. It was not where I was thinking, but yeah, you do still get some mountains in this region, so we're still good. Round 11. We're gonna have South Korea. You kind of got this black car, and you sometimes get to see the 2 bars, but a lot of times you won't see the 2 bars. And we have kind of a blurred out South Korea barber pole with the black and yellow kind of stripes to them. South Korea is extremely difficult to reach and guess in, but the green mountains are more here, and kind of the shorter green mountains are down here, and the tall, dry mountains are in general up here. It also depends. It doesn't look like it's winter coverage or fall coverage like you typically get, so this is actually kind of a tricky one. So I'm gonna guess a little bit more south because the mountains are a little bit shorter. And we'll go right there. And it's way... Okay, so yeah, we definitely did not have the winter coverage at all. Next up, we have these square utility poles, which are kind of like Soviet-style utility poles, and some red dirt. We have another rush around that I'm going to embarrass myself in. And we have, again, these black socks with the white posts. Maybe I learned my lesson and I don't go so far east. I'm not really getting an eastern vibe anyways. It's a little sandy, so a little bit up north more. We'll go right there. And it's out way west. So Russia has been not good. Don't take notes on my Russia rounds. I gotta fix those. Round 14. I can't tell if there's a yellow. Maybe my eyes are deceiving me. But I think, oh, we do have yellow and blue. Now, Ukraine does like to paint their fences blue and yellow as well for their flag. So we are going to be somewhere there. I don't see any signs or anything like that. It looks kind of well maintained, so I think kind of near Kiev. It's pretty good. And we didn't embarrass ourselves in Ukraine, which is good. Next up, we have yellow license plates on the back, white on the front, so we are going to be in UK. I don't see a lot of the brick. I feel like you get brick more in the south and stone more in the north. Don't quote me on that. Let's go up in Newcastle. Okay, so that's pretty good. I'll take that. And we end up with 20k. Round 16, we got these red homes, which are in like Norway, Sweden, Finland. And we have these long dashes on the side of the road. Sweden, you'll get shorter dashes. So, and we also have the Norway flag. And also these green boxy mailboxes. I just learned from Pando yesterday. These are Norwegian mailboxes. So thank you, Pando. So let's go right there. And we're up north. Kind of a surprise, but that was a difficult round. We are what looks to be in Russia again. We do have Cyrillic on here. I can't tell if that's a red car. Maybe that is a red car. This one might be a little bit tougher. We do have a lot of yellow and blue, which would make me think Ukraine. The trees feel a little bit colder. I really can't tell if this is a black or a red car. Ukraine, you'll get a red car. Russia, you get black. So I am going to go Russia. This very well could be Ukraine. And it is Ukraine. That's unfortunate. But we're going to keep on going. We'll actually restart the streak here. All right, round 1. We've got French. You see this soft a lot in French. And this isn't going to be Belgium because you don't have any of that Belgian brick. Kind of like the red, dark red brick. So we are going to be in France. Maybe around Paris. A little more south. That's fine. Round 2, we got these oil palms, which are very common in Asia, but we are going to be in Nigeria, which is kind of surprising. So a nice little tip for Nigeria, a little car meta is you'll have this Nigerian police car follow you, and if you have red and blue, you're going to be more in the south of Nigeria, and if it's blue and red, you'll be more in the north of Nigeria. So basically anything down here is basically fair game. I don't know where these oil palms are, to be honest with you. I'm going to guess we're maybe around Benin City. I feel like I see oil palms a lot around there, and we are. Round 3, you get the classic Canada, US. It does feel a little bit dry for Canada. This kind of mound right here makes me think it's not Canada. Yeah, with these trees right here, I don't think you really hardly ever would see these trees in Canada. So I'm going to go a little bit more south. Maybe it's like Wyoming, Utah, Colorado area. And we are in Nebraska, so it's pretty good. Round 4, we have probably Spanish. When you see area, it just looks Spanish. Ooh, we got these kind of plates, which are a little bit more rectangular than square, and you have a little black dot in the middle of them. So we're going to be in Argentina. Argentina also likes to have trees on their sidewalks like this. I have not a clue what city we're going to be in. We don't really have a lot of... Well, I guess we have this mountain in the background, so maybe we'll be in like maybe Cordoba. Okay, a little bit more north. Yeah, the mountains are going to be over here, so totally fair. Next up, we're going to have New Zealand. We got these New Zealand bollards with the red stripe, kind of like a horizontal red stripe, and we will be driving on the left. You don't usually see double yellow lines. It does happen, but you usually will see like these yellow and white dash lines. I might be getting baited. I'm going to go maybe up here. I'll hedge the middle. And it's the very north. All right, next up we have yellow sign with the red outline. We have these ladders, which you see everywhere in Finland, Sweden. So I do think we're like in Finland here. Let's go, let's actually go all the way up in Oulu. All right, it's not bad. Round 7, this should be an easy Canada. We have just a solid yellow lining in Canada, which is, I would say it's probably like I would say it's probably like 98% of the time on a main road. On like a little side road, you might see a single line in America, but on a main road, I would say like 99% of the time it'll be Canada. I would say this is more out east. I'm getting kind of like New Brunswick vibes with these houses. A lot of these like houses remind me of like Maine. And I know New Brunswick shares a lot of like architecture with Maine and New Hampshire and all those places. So, oh, and we have French here. So we have English and French. So actually, I do think it is New Brunswick, because if it was Quebec, it would be probably only French. But now we have English and French, which is very much a New Brunswick thing to do. Let's try Fredericton. Pretty good. Pretty good. We'll take those. All right, round 8. We've got Malay plate. I know people like to say like they've got the white line. They got like the white boxes. I picture it as like one. I see one black vertical line, and if it was Indonesia, it'd be 2 black vertical lines. That's how I do it. Malay also has these black and white striped poles with the yellow and black chevrons. I think with the road quality, I'm gonna go more peninsula. This one's a little bit tricky, but let's try that out. It is gonna be Borneo. All right, round 9. We have kind of this white building with the black roof. You get more of that in Western Europe. This one's kind of tricky. I don't know exactly what language this is. It doesn't look like French, Dutch. It's not Spanish. I think this kind of road quality you see a lot in Czech. It's kind of like thin with no road lines. You get that a lot in Czech. Very kind of dark too. And Czech does have a lot of these rolling hills. I am kind of surprised with these buildings that it's Czech, but it does make sense. Maybe we'll go like out here in Czech. It's in the north. You know what? That makes a lot of sense. Germany does have a lot of those kind of homes with the white kind of concrete on the side, so that actually does make a lot of sense. But here we go. Round 10. We have a thick yield sign, stop sign. So we have our amazing Canada, America 50-50. These trees do not seem Canadian to me. I don't think like any of these shrubs I typically see. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Canada, but I almost think like, I don't know, maybe like Pennsylvania or something. Okay, and it's Illinois, my home state. I didn't get it right. Very sad. Round 11, we have. Now, when you see like a J wedged into some word, you're gonna be out in this somewhere in this region of Europe. Croatia has yellow signs. Slovenia has yellow signs. Montenegro has yellow signs. Serbia has yellow signs. So we're gonna be in one of those guys. Also Macedonia. Croatia does have a little bit more fall coverage and kind of more mountains. And also another thing I found with Croatia the other day, if you guys want to get really sweaty, Croatia, you see a lot of the front of the car in Croatia, the sides and the mirror, specifically the left mirror. I guess you can see the right mirror here too, but a lot of times you can see the left mirror in Croatia. And this is obviously not going to be coastal Croatia. This will be, this is going to be out here somewhere. I do like this. There we go. Very good plonk. If it was coastal Croatia, you'll see a lot more white rocks. It'll feel a lot more drier. And I think out here, it looks a little bit more gloomy to me. That's how I do it. That's my meta for you. You're welcome. We have a little bit of an E hook here and an L dash. This E hook and L dash is Polish. And we have .pl. We also have this yellow triangle with the thin red outline. This is easy Poland. I'm very bad at region guessing in Poland. So we're going to go Lodz, and it's a little bit more north. Next up, we have Baltic, it looks like. Baltics are one of the hardest countries to kind of figure out here. But we kind of know it's Baltic because of the gravel road. Also, the tilty pole is very much a thing here. So the question is, are we in Lithuania, Latvia, or Estonia? Now, I don't think it's Estonia because this is a very wide road for Estonia. So I don't like that. Also, this sign does have a white outline on it, which Estonia does not have. And also, out of the 3 Baltic countries, Latvia has the widest road out of the 3. Then Lithuania, and then Estonia. And this is a very wide road. And I do believe that the red border is a little bit thicker than Lithuania's. So I do like Latvia here. And we'll go up here. We're kind of changing our mind. Even though we see a concrete pole here, Latvia does have those. They're kind of rare. But this is a community world and they do like to trick you. So I do like Latvia. And there we go. That's a very tricky round. I think I was almost about to go Lithuania. I think a lot of people would have gone Lith there. So I'm very happy with that. Speed limit 15. We're going to be in America. It says healthy Nevada. All right, we're going to send Nevada and look really smart. Wait a minute. Is this really Nevada? No, wait. Is this a community world tricking you again? There's no way this is Nevada. I don't know. Maybe a very green town. Maybe like Wells or something. I don't know. We'll do it though. Yep. And that's bait right there. That's a community world in action. Oh, Nevada and Missouri. I like that round, actually. That makes sense. I'm okay with that. Round 15. I've spent a lot of time discerning Slovakia and Czechia, so hopefully I get this right. And we just got .sk. Now, without the .sk, I definitely would have still gone Slovakia because, well, let's see here. We don't have the antenna, but Slovakia, you'll just get much more of these mountains with the forest on them. Czechia, the only place in Czechia you'll see that is pretty much right here on the Slovakian border. So, but we got the .sk, and the reason why I knew it was Czech or Slovak is because of these bollards. You got the orange and you got the two oranges with the black stripe on it. Is only in Czech and Slovak. So we'll just go center and look really good. All right, round 16, very flat. Without moving, I think we can probably assume this is Russia. We have lots of bollards. Russia has hilariously a lot of bollards on their intersections, and just, I mean, their intersections are huge. Dry Russia, this one's gonna be a little bit tricky. I know that dry Russia can be a little bit dry here, and dry Russia is a little bit down here. So I'm gonna go right here. I do think you get a lot more of the black dirt, or like the brownish dirt, really dark brown dirt in that region. So let's go right there. And it's a little bit more south. That'll probably win most duels, unless you're like in a very professional level. And we have Russia yet again with the black sock. Got the hilarious amount of bollards. I think this should just be somewhere around Moscow. And we're a little bit more kind of middle. And I shouldn't have gone Moscow. It was pretty hilly, so it makes sense around there. Next up should be Kyrgyzstan. We got our 4 bars on the car here, and we have the dirty mirror window. I guess we can talk about the dirty mirror window. There's an entire video on the this mirror. If you YouTube like Kyrgyzstan tips, you can get an entire beautiful video on this mirror. But if you look at the left mirror here, it's dirty, and it's in like a specific region of Kyrgyzstan. I believe it's from Jalalabad to maybe Karakol, I believe. Somewhere in this region right here. Let's try that out. And pretty good. That'll win a lot of duels right there. It's a really good meta because I think most people would either go Bishkek or the lake, but this will win a lot of duels if you can remember that. All right, round 19. I hope we're learning. I hope you got your notebooks filled with beautiful information, because we're gonna add another line here of Iceland bollards, yellow Iceland bollards. Iceland has a lot of this kind of golden grass, and you do not see, I don't even think we see any trees here. Okay, we got a little bit of trees here, but Iceland, you get very little trees. I've been to Iceland. It's probably the most beautiful country I've been to. I don't recognize this area though, so I don't think it's south. I think we're gonna be more in the north. That's just my hunch. So let's do it. We are in the north. That kind of did help. Usually going to these countries doesn't help you at all, but actually in this case, because I kind of went everywhere about here, except I did not go here in Iceland. So that's the only place I didn't recognize. So it's actually cool when you go to a country and it kind of does help you out a little bit. It's very rare, but looking kind of like Hungarian a little bit here. But we do have Cyrillic, so we're not going to be in Hungary. Hungary does not use Cyrillic. Baka. Jaka Baka. I don't know what the Cyrillic... I forget my Cyrillic stuff, but... This one's going to be a little bit tough, actually. Because it kind of looks Serbian or Croatian. Do we have a blue? We do have a blue stripe on the license plate. Croatia uses just all white. These are all looking like Serbian homes. But Serbia, I would say 95% of the time you don't get antenna in Serbia. Yeah, and these kind of metal utility poles are everywhere in Serbia, so I'm down for it. I feel like this is very flat, right? Southern Serbia is very mountainous, and upper regions very, very flat. So, all right, let's go Novi Sad, and there we go. Yeah, the antenna. I guess I don't know if antenna is up here in Serbia, but I know Belgrade has a lot of antenna. So pretty good. Streak of 20. This is turning into a solid streak. 20 on a community world is pretty good, but it could end right here. We do have a difficult round. All right, if we look at the road, we have not great road quality. I don't know. A lot of people might get tricked on this, but there's dash lines on the intersection. So don't worry about the dash lines. They're everywhere in intersections in Europe. All right, so I'm seeing some utility, kind of these metallic utility poles in the distance here, which you don't really get out in Eastern Europe. I really don't know. I don't think it's Spain. I don't think it's Spain or Portugal. It's a little bit too green for Spain and Portugal. I'm kind of liking Italy here. I know Italy has these a lot. I don't know. Let's do it. If I'm wrong, it was a good video. And it was Bulgaria. My vibes were off. My information was off. I guess Bulgaria does have those giant metal things. So that's where we end. We had a great 20 streak. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It helps out the video. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed and learned something. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.